Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Rideshare Hub. My name is Dylan, and in today's video, we are discussing 5 tips for full-time Uber and Lyft drivers. So, if you're a full-time driver, or if you are maybe a part-time driver, or maybe not even a driver at all, but you're considering driving full-time, these are gonna be tips for you to, have under your belt when you're driving and things to look out for. So before I get started, I did want to thank our sponsor of the channel, Solo. Solo is a new app, a new company that recently launched a couple years ago, and they just got $5 million in funding, so they're growing really fast. And they're an app that helps gig workers track their miles, track their expenses, and they also pay drivers a guaranteed wage. And this also could be great for full-time drivers, because that way when you do go out, you're going to be guaranteed that you do make a certain dollar amount. So when you use our link below, they will send you $15 for free just for signing up anywhere in the country, and maybe it could help you out. So without further ado, let's get started. So tip number 1, every full-time driver should drive in the mornings. Make sure that you're waking up early and starting your day off on the right foot and starting to make a lot of money early in the morning. If you can wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., I would recommend 4 a.m. because at that point you get a lot of people who have 6 a.m. flights, 7 a.m. flights, and you're gonna be, that driver who's ready to take that person. And a lot of times people book really early flights for travel or for work, and a lot of those rides are like an hour-long rides, and those are the easy, big money-making rides. You can just wake up, make a quick cup of coffee, hop in your ride, drive somebody an hour, just made 50, 60 bucks. They're probably gonna tip you $10 to $20, and you're not gonna have to talk to them very much because they're gonna be tired, you're gonna be tired, but you're gonna be starting your day off, you don't even need to play music, honestly, that early. Just, sip on your coffee, kind of wake up. I personally like to do that because after that you kind of like feel good, like, oh, I just made 50 bucks or $100 and it's barely 6 a.m. and then at that point you can choose to drive through morning rush hour if you'd like, or you don't even have to. But yeah, to drive, what I would do is drive during rush hour, morning rush hour, which brings me to my second point, is set a schedule. One of the greatest things about driving Uber and Lyft is that you don't need to have a schedule. You can drive whenever you want. But when you do have a schedule and a strategy, people make more money. It's just proven fact. People who are disciplined make more money. So maybe you want to stick to, during the weeks, you're doing morning rush hour, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right? 5 hours in the morning. Maybe then take a break. And this is what I would do. And then I would log back in around 2 to 3 p.m., drive through evening rush hour till around 8 during the weeks, during the weekend, or during weekdays, and then in the weekends, drive again in the morning. I love Fridays because you can hit the morning rush hour and then the evening rush hour, and then people start to go out at night. So around 8 p.m. I would actually log off and then start back up around 10 to 11 p.m. when people are starting to go out to bars and stuff. And you can drive, pretty much till 2, 3 a.m. And then Saturday and Sunday you can drive all day long. It's always busy on Saturdays usually. Sundays, hit or miss. Okay, number 3 is you want to see where the events are in your area. You want to have a calendar schedule of all the big events going on. Make sure, you're on holidays, you're out, like St. Patrick's Day, that's a busy day all day long because people start drinking at 8 a.m. So you can log on and drive. And then, when there's big concerts, go there or festivals, because there will be surge rides, so you can get more money. Which brings me to the next point, number 4, I believe now, is make sure you're hitting your bonuses for the week. Take advantage of that. And for Uber, another trick you can do is do Uber Eats deliveries, because those do count towards your quests. So if it's like a crazy ride bonus, if you knock out a few $2, $3 Uber Eats deliveries, that can actually help contribute to your quest bonus. We talk about that in more detail in other videos on the channel. Okay, number 5 is signing up for apps that pay you more money. If you're driving full-time, if you're committed to this, do your research and find these companies and services that pay you more money. We have some links below. and I'll talk to them, talk about them briefly, but go do your own research. Number one is solo. They're gonna pay you more money when you go out and drive through the guaranteed pay feature. They also help you track your miles and track your expenses for taxes. Number two, play Octopus. They're gonna send you a tablet you can put in your car. You can make an extra $100 a month with that. Number three, Rapify. You can wrap your car up with ads and they will pay you $200-300 a month to have this. There's a lot of these apps. Do your own research. A lot of them aren't available in every area, so do your research on that. Okay, number six is a great way to, a great tip for full-time drivers is take breaks. If you're gonna be driving 10 hours a day, which a lot of full-time drivers do, you need to take breaks, not only for your own sanity, but for health reasons too. A lot of full-time drivers, you know, if you're not in the healthiest of shape, you're gonna be at risk of getting blood clots, of getting too sleepy, not getting fully exercised, because driving is a very tiring job, but it's not a very, you don't burn a lot of calories, you know, just sitting there. It's very exhausting and draining, even physically. I mean, after driving for 10 hours a day for 7 days, you're gonna be physically drained and mentally drained from talking to passengers all day long. Which leads me to my last tip. Sorry, we got 7 tips in this one. My last tip is don't talk to every passenger. It's very tempting to want to, you know, get a big tip from every rider. And you want to be talking to them and ask them how their day is and have some emotional connection with them, you know, to tell them your life story, ask them for the life story. In reality, for one, you're gonna lose a lot of energy doing this and you're gonna have to stop driving. Unless you're like a crazy extrovert, then this one doesn't really apply to you. But for anybody else, the less you talk, the more energy you will have to do more rides. And I noticed when I stopped talking as much, I felt much more able to drive a lot longer because you're not burning all your energy. And also, honestly, a lot of passengers don't like to talk. They don't want to hear you talking. So they will end up tipping you more just for being silent and, you know, driving safely and smoothly and just providing a comfortable, safe experience or safe service even. It doesn't even need to be an experience. Just getting them to their destination safely and comfortably. That's really all people care about. They don't really want to have this life-changing conversation with you, you know, you don't need to do that. So anyways, guys, those are my tips for full-time drivers. Let me know if I missed out on any. Thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you to our channel sponsor, Solo, who is helping out thousands and thousands of drivers already. Over 40,000 people have downloaded the app, gig workers. So sign up with our link below, get your $15 by linking your gig account, completely for free anywhere in the country. You just have to have an active gig account. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.